Hey everyone, it's Karen with Yes Please PaperCrafts. So today I'm in my craft room and I've been going through things and trying to get organized before I move. My new house is going to be finished soon, and so I'm going to be moving, and I really need to get organized before I start packing everything up. And so I thought I would go ahead and start the process today and share it with you in a video. And today I'm going to be focusing in on ephemera and embellishments, and I'll show you how I currently have that stuff organized and stored. And then wanted to try to talk through some of my ideas because I want to make some changes. I do have a pretty good organization system in place, but I still struggle sometimes with being able to find things. And sometimes I really want things to be a little bit easier to try to have together in one place when I want to work on a project. And so later this month, on April the 30th, I'll be participating in a new YouTube hop called Let's Get Organized. And it's a bunch of scrapbooking and paper crafting YouTube channels. We're all going to focus on one scrapbooking item in our craft room each month, and we'll all post a video. And so for the month of April, it's going to be on scrapbooking collections. And that's something that I have really struggled with, and I know a lot of people out there really have a hard time with trying to figure out how to store and organize their scrapbooking collections. And when I say collections, I mean a scrapbooking collection where you have paper and stickers, you have embellishments, you have puffy stickers, washi tape, wood veneer. There's a lot of bulky items along with all the paper. And so that's what we're going to be focusing on for that YouTube hop, and it's going to be posted on YouTube on April the 30th. So I am working towards that video and I want to try to see if I can have my ideas on how I plan to organize my collections together so that I can make that video. So I'm going to be thinking about that also today, and maybe talking a little bit about scrapbooking in collections and how to store the embellishments for those collections. Okay, so before we get started with doing the organization, I thought I would take a few minutes and share some Happy Meal that I received for my birthday, and also give y'all an update on my new house. Okay, so let's start off with the Happy Meal. So I did get a birthday card in my P.O. box. I just went over there yesterday. I hadn't been over there in a while, and I had this card in my P.O. box from Kathy, and she goes by 𝗤𝗤𝗊𝗲 over on YouTube. And that's so sweet of you, Kathy, to send me a card for my birthday. And I love getting your card. So this is a card that she made me. It's super cute. It says happy birthday. And she decorated the inside as well. So thank you so much for sending that to me. That's really sweet of you, and I really do love that. I thought I would take a minute also and share a card that I received from my birthday from one of my friends that lives close by, my good friend Judy. I just love the card she made for me, and it wasn't a card that I got in the mail, but I thought I would share it anyway because I think it's super cute. I think she did such an awesome job on this card. And she created this bee card. It says happy birthday, and it's got the little bees on it. And I know she created this paper because she gave me some paper that she made from this bee collection. We both fell in love with a couple of the Creative Memories punches that just recently came out. There's a border maker cartridge with a honeycomb, and there's also a bee punch. And I'll put a picture of those up here on the screen if y'all want to see what those look like. But she gave me a bunch of scrapbooking paper, some embellishments that were all bees. So thank you so much, Judy. I love your card. That's really sweet of you to make me all that stuff. So that's really cool. Now my friend Joanne's probably not going to like that stuff because Joanne does not like bees. But anyway, Joanne sent me some Happy Meal as well for my birthday. And I thought I would open this up and share this with you guys as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at what she sent me. I might need to get scissors here, huh? Okay, so I got this open, so let's go ahead and take a look at what Joanne sent. Oh, this is cute. Look at this. This is the Simple Stories, Simple Pages Wolf. And it's, this is what all is included in there. That's adorable. I love that. And these little things right here don't look like they were included. I think Joanne must have just added these in there. Those are super cute. They're like little bubbles. This one says, dog hair don't care. I work hard so my dog can have a better life, and I'm here to pet all the puppies. Those are really adorable. That reminds me of the game we used to play when we were young, when I was younger, called Trouble, where they had that little popper that moved the dice. You would like press the middle of it. I've never seen that before. That was really cool. Okay, and then she did make me a birthday card. Look how pretty. I love the little tassel here with the little charms. That's really cute. And then it's a shaker card, so it's got little sequins inside the heart. That's just beautiful. I love that. It says, to my dearest friend, I appreciate you. And I'm going to hold it up so y'all can see all the embossing that's on there. That's really cool. Thank you, Joanne. That's super gorgeous. Okay, and then she also sent me some puffy stickers. This is from 𝗕𝗏𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃, This Beautiful Life. And those are super cute. I really like those a lot. I love the colors in that collection. I don't have anything from this collection, but I find that a lot of the 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗃 items and paper really go well together. So I'm sure that I could find some paper that would go with this. That's really pretty. Thank you so much, Joanne. And then she also sent me this paper. She asked if I would make her some buttons. And so I'm going to make some flare buttons using this paper that she sent me. She had placed an order in my button shop. And so I'm going to be making those for her as well and sending that back to her. Thank you so much for sending that to me for my birthday. That's super sweet. I love you so much. Okay, so I think I'll wait until the end of this video to share the update on my new house. I'm going to share some pictures of my paint colors and the countertops that I picked out, and just show y'all some pictures. If you are interested in seeing that, just stick around to the end. I'll also have a short video clip of my two dogs, Bella and LilyBelle, so if you want to see that, that'll be at the very, very end. Okay, so let's get started talking about organization. And I want to start off by talking a little bit about some collections. And one of my things that I want to focus on today is trying to figure out how to better organize my embellishments for collections. And so I thought I would start by talking a little bit about how I'm currently organizing some of that. And so one of the things that I do, if I have paper and just a few embellishments, I will use these pockets. And this comes from, these are actually record sleeves, comes from Amazon, and it's a 12 3/4 by 12 3/4 open pocket with no flap. And I'll put a link in the description below to all of the different organization products that you see me show here. I'll put links to everything that I know that's available if I can find it online. Okay, so these are the record sleeves, and I think I think this particular one is a 3mm record sleeve, but there's also a 4mm one that's about the same price or maybe a little bit more, that's even better. And I love these for storing collections or just for storing paper, because it really does keep things really flat, and you can store it on your bookshelf like this in your Kallax, or in a flip bin where you can just flip through it. And it really it's a good way to store it. Now what happens when you have something more bulky, like maybe washi tape, like something like this, that would be very difficult to store together. And so that's one of the things that I've really been struggling with, is trying to figure out how to store really bulky items. Things like this, maybe something like this, which is, these are big chipboard pieces, because the more bulky this gets, the harder it is for the paper to lay flat. And so I was thinking about, washi tape. How could I store this washi tape where I could find it? And I did have a video that I did on my channel where I shared how I stored this washi tape by collection in a box, a washi tape box that I picked up from Michael's. And what I'm finding is I never actually go and pull that box out to see what washi tape is in there, because it's in a closet. So that's really not working very well for me for storing my washi tape for my collections. And so what I came up with just yesterday, I was thinking about how to do this, and I thought it would be really cool if I could just take a sample of each one of the washi tapes and put it on a card or something and just slip it in with the collection. Now, this one's Maggie Holmes Market Square, and this is Jen Hadfield's Halo. But just pretend that I have a Paige Evans Bungalow Lane. So what I was planning to do was I used this a piece of acetate, and I put a small piece of washi tape from each one of the rolls. And I like using the acetate because you can really see the transparency of the washi tape. You can also just hold it up to your project and see if it would work with the project or not. So having this little reference card is actually kind of cool. And then I used my label maker, and I just created a label here so that I could know what this is, just because sometimes things get loose and it's floating around in my craft room and I might forget what this actually goes to. But I could just take this and put it right in here with the paper and the other flatter ephemera, and that way I'll know that I have that. So when I go to pull this collection out to work on a scrapbook layout, I would know that I have this washi tape, and I can decide whether or not I want to use it even before I have to go over to where it's stored in my craft room or in the closet to find it, to pull it out to use. Now, I could not store this washi tape in with this collection. It just would be very challenging. So I think coming up with alternative ways of trying to create a way for you to remember what you have as part of that collection. And I think that this is probably going to work very well, but I've only been doing this for 2 days, so I'm not sure. I think it was 2 days ago that I actually created that. So I think that might be a really good way to do it. Now, probably the other thing that I'll put on here is maybe where it's stored in my craft room, or I'm not really sure, but maybe I'll put it on the back or something. And that way I'll know exactly where to go get it. So like if it's in the closet, I can just put that on here somewhere. Okay, so that is my idea for how I'm going to organize and store my washi tape. So yeah, so I think that'll work out pretty well. The other thing that I have as part of this Market Square collection was this stickers in a roll. And I don't really think that I like having these stickers in a roll, but I'm not exactly sure what to do with them. I don't know, do y'all have these stickers in a roll? I think this is something fairly new to the collections, and I like having the stickers. I'm just not sure I like having it in a roll because it makes it really difficult to try to figure out, like, you know, how to keep it with the collection. And so I think I might actually take all these stickers off the roll. I'm not sure. But yeah, I think I might actually do that. So I'll have to try to see if I can figure out how best to store these. But I might just take them off the roll and then just put them on a piece of cardstock or in a pocket or something, and make them flat. And then that way I can just slip it into like a pocket like this and be able to store it with the rest of the items from that collection. Okay, so I don't actually store everything that I have for scrapbooking in a collection, because there's a lot of things that I have in my craft room that don't really belong with the collection, or maybe I just have 1 or 2 things from my collection and I have no paper to go with it. So I do have a lot of, you know, things that I just store other ways. And I'm going to be talking about those things as well in this video. These are cute. Look at these little houses. I bought this, but I have never actually opened it to look at it. This is one of the things I bought last year around Good Friday. Or not Good Friday. I always get Good Friday and Black Friday mixed up. During the Black Friday sales last year, in I guess that was around the end of November, I bought a bunch of stuff, and I haven't even really taken time to look at it all. So this is really cute. I like these little houses. So I guess maybe what I would do is try to figure out whatever size I'm going to use to store these flat, whether it's like a 5x7 pocket, or maybe I might just maybe put some adhesive on the back of this and lay it flat on a piece of cardstock. But those are cute. So they have these little circle ones as well, and then it looks like they have some stars and then some letters. And I think I'll just take all of these things off of this roll and store them flat. I think that would work a lot better. So I'll probably go ahead and do that. And I think this might be the only thing I have like this in my craft room. Maybe. I might have another one of these from a different collection, but I can't remember. But when I find it, I'll probably do the same thing with that one as well. And I'll probably just cut the box apart and keep this, or maybe just make a label so I know where this came from. Okay, so now that I've made a mess with that, let's see, where should I start? Let's talk a little bit about the different ways that you can store your embellishments and ephemera, and then we'll start looking at maybe some of the things that I need to go through. And I've been going through my craft room, just collecting things all over that were just where they shouldn't have been. And I thought maybe I would use this video to start going through that stuff and just trying to talk through how I'm going to organize it. So let's see, let's start with this bin right here. Okay, so this is a bin that I have a bunch of embellishments stored, and this is by theme. So in this bin, there are a couple of different themes. In the front here, I have birthday. So I have birthday and celebration. So I have things like 3-dimensional stickers. There's flat stickers. I have more 3-dimensional stickers. So I have things like that. There's also some ephemera that I have in here, little die cuts packs, and some more die cuts here, some puffy stickers. So these are all birthday themed embellishments. And then the next section that I have here is baby. So I have just different baby themed items. And so you can see I have just a mixture of 3D and flat items here. And then once you get past the baby stuff, let's see, we have a little bit of school and sports. Now I don't have kids. I have nieces and nephews. So I don't really scrapbook a lot of baby or sports or school type layouts. So I don't really have much of that. And what I do have is in this bin. Okay, and then we have some movie stuff. I have more sports here, bicycles. And then after the section on kind of kid and sports themed things, I have family and friends. So we have like Mother's Day and more mom stickers. We have like fashion, so girly things, friends, so that kind of stuff. So this bin is by theme, and there's nothing in this bin that I have that is really part of a collection. Most of the stuff is just one-off stuff that I have that I don't have any scrapbooking paper for, and I put it here because I think that I would use it more if it was in a theme, because it's very specific to, you know, birthday or baby or whatever the theme is. And so I do have items in my craft room stored this way. I also have a scrap rack, and in the scrap rack I have more things that are flatter. But one of the things that I have noticed is that a lot of times I will go and look at this bin rather than go to my scrap rack. And so one of my goals with getting reorganized and trying to go through how I currently organize things is to try to figure out a better way to use my scrap rack. And if I don't start using it more, I might actually just let that go. Because when I move from my current house into the new house, my craft room is going to be smaller, and I'm not sure everything is going to fit in there. So I want to really take a hard look at the different ways that I'm storing and organizing things, because if things are not really working, even though it's a really cool system and I love having it, it has its own challenges. I think one of the things that I don't like about the scrap rack is that it's really difficult to get things into it and to take things out of it. And you have to completely take the splinder with that really strong Velcro off of the scrap rack in order to load more things into it. And so I think that's probably the biggest challenge. So if I could figure out an easier way to deal with getting new items in there, I probably would use it more. But that's going to be something that I'm really going to have to look hard at. So we have ephemera and embellishment store by theme. Okay, let me show y'all another bin here. And I guess I should maybe talk a little bit about the bins that I have this stuff stored in. And I believe that this bin right here, which is a clear plastic bin, yes, it came from the Container Store. And I will put a link to where you can find this bin in the description below if you're interested in finding it. Container Store has some really awesome storage, a lot of really clear bins, and they're very reasonably priced, and they do ship. And so I'm not near a Container Store anymore. I used to live in Texas, and they had one really close by, and I could actually go there, and it was really awesome. That store is amazing. But where I live now in Louisiana, no Container Store and no IKEA. So that's a little bit disappointing, but you can order and get it delivered. Okay, so in this bin, I have everything Maggie Holmes or anything that's Maggie Holmes inspired. And so I just have everything in here, and it's just a big, huge mess. So if I wanted to work with a particular collection, I have to just, you know, like look through here, and it's really stuffed full to try to see if I can find what I'm looking for. And although it makes it a little bit easier because I do know in my craft room, everything Maggie Holmes is in this one bin, it's still time consuming to have to sort through this to try to find everything that's, say, part of the florist collection. And so I do want to try to figure out a better way to store this stuff. And I'm not exactly sure if I'll keep it in the bin and just put maybe tab dividers and then organize it by the collection name, or if I'll try to do some other way of organizing it. I also have a bunch of embellishments back here that are gorgeous that my friend Joanne made for me that are very much remind me of Maggie Holmes. And I thought that if I put them in here, the next time I use a Maggie Holmes collection, I could actually use some of these embellishments. But I have not actually used Maggie Holmes in a while, so I really want to use those embellishments. I probably need to try to create a layout soon with Maggie Holmes collection. But these are gorgeous. Let me just show y'all some of these. So these are flowers that Joanne created. Aren't those pretty? Love those. She did a video on her YouTube channel where she shared how she made her flowers. And she just makes gorgeous embellishments. Here are some rosettes. I just love these. These are so pretty. I just want to sit here and like look at them all. And then there's some, I want to show y'all the butterflies. Here are some bows. These are pretty too. This really sparkly bows. Where are those butterflies? Where did they go? I know I just saw them a minute ago. I know they're in here. Oh, here they are. Aren't these pretty? Those are just gorgeous, Joanne. I love those. Okay, so back to organizing. I just having way too much fun. Okay, so we also have some washi tape down here in the bottom of the bin that I didn't even know was in there. Okay, so yeah, that's a hot mess, isn't it? Okay, so I'm gonna have to figure out exactly what I'm gonna do with this. But I think to tackle this, I would probably just sit down and start going through and sorting it by collection and trying to figure out exactly what I have for each collection. And then based on that, try to figure out how best to store it. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the Creative Memories storage pockets. And I completely forgot about it. I put it over here. Let me pull this back out. Okay. I'm going to move this over here just a minute. Okay. So this is the record sleeve that I use sometimes to store collections where I don't have very much, and it's a very small amount of items, and they're all flat. So I would store it in that. But this is another item that I really like that I've been using. It's from Creative Memories. It's called the Power Project Folders. And this one, you can store a lot more. So if I had a little bit more bulky items, this would be a really good choice for storing a collection. And it does have a middle section where you can put your 12 by 12 paper. And then you have all these pockets. So they have this pocket here where you could put like the longer stickers. They have two smaller pockets here in the front. And then we have 2 more pockets on the back. So kind of longer pockets here. And so you can really store a lot more. And it's also gusseted. So it's going to store way more than just the sleeve, just the single sleeve like this. Okay, so I did think that maybe depending on how much I have from each collection, I could just go ahead and use some of these project folders from Creative Memories to store this stuff in. So I'm just going to show y'all, if we take some of this stuff, you can just see how it would get stored in here. We'll just go ahead and just take a few things and see how this is going to work. Now that would be a bit of a challenge storing this larger 6x8 paper pad unless you put it into the middle. So I could potentially put it there along with the 12x12 paper. I do like to have the paper in, I think, with the embellishments. I kind of going back and forth between having everything in the collection stored all together and then having and then just storing the paper separately and all the embellishments separately depending on the type of embellishment. And I did that for a while, and I'm finding it doesn't work very well, because if I want to work with a collection, say this marigold collection, I have to go over to my paper and find the paper. Then I go over to my embellishment bin and find the embellishments. Then I got to go over to my washi tape and find the washi tape. And so it just, I end up not using things. So I have puffy stickers in one place, I have wood veneer in another place. And so because it's not all together in one place, when I sit down to create with that collection, I tend to just use a few things and then forget about the rest. And so I really want to use more of the things together in the collection, because I did purchase that all from the same collection, and I'd like to start doing that. So wouldn't it be really easy if you had everything stored in one place, or most of it, as much as you can, have it stored in one place on your shelf like this with you can put tabs up here to tell you what actually is stored in here. And you have everything, all your paper, everything's all stored in this one project folder. And then when you're ready to work with this collection, you just pull this off your shelf and you're ready to go. Now there's going to be always, I think, some things that may not fit in here, like the washi tape. And so I want to try to see if I can figure out other ways of making a record or reference of that particular item that may be stored somewhere separate from the main collection. Okay. All right, so let's see. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to share with you my let me go ahead and put this stuff back in here, because it really doesn't go together. I was just showing y'all that as an example. But this is what I'm kind of looking towards as I'm going through the stuff today in this video. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at these items that I just happen to collect around my craft room that are all over. And it's a mix of things. And they're all different shapes and sizes. And I don't know, do y'all have stuff like this? It's just floating around in my room. So I have this bin that I just happen to have. I was just looking for something empty that I can put things in that keep them contained as I'm organizing and working on them. So I had emptied these out. These were actually in my bedroom, and I was going through things in my closet, getting ready for my upcoming move, and I'm just going through everything, going through taking things out of drawers and out of, you know, anything that I can. And if I'm not going to be moving it to my new house, I'm trying to eliminate it. So I started packing already. I've already packed a few boxes, and I have boxes where I'm going to be donating items. I have other boxes where I'm going to be selling items. And so I've really started going through my house one room at a time, just trying to go through things. And I really don't want to be bringing things to my new house that I'm not planning to keep. With my craft room, it's a bit of a challenge, because I have probably close to 30 years of crafting supplies in my house. And I have a really hard time letting go of anything that's paper or scrapbooking or any kind of paper crafting thing. I I just look at it and I think, well, I haven't used it yet, but it's so cute. I don't want to get rid of it. And so, yeah, I really struggle with it. So I just have stuff everywhere though. So I need to really come up with a better way of organizing all this stuff if I'm going to keep it. So I really either need to let things go or I need to organize it. And it can be quite a bit of a challenge. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is to go through all of these items and just decide whether or not it's part of a collection, and if it's not part of a collection, then where is it going to go? Okay, so I know for sure that I have paper from this Paige Evans collection. This is the Wonders collection, and so I'm going to store this as a collection. I also know that I have paper for this I Love Crafting, which is an Echo Park collection. And I don't even know why this was where it was, but I have a place where I keep my I Heart Crafting, and I'm not sure why that's not with it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I will put the things that I'm going to store as a collection off to one side, and then we're going to talk about the other stuff that's remaining. Okay, I do have this Altenews Celebrate collection. I have some 12 by 12 paper, and I'm not sure I have some other things. And so I'll probably go ahead and put that with that collection. And then this stuff here was something that I got in a grab bag. This is Lazy Days Studio 40, and it's a bunch of stickers. So it's flat stickers. And then there's some chipboard. There's these two chipboards. It had these embellishments in this little bag. So it has some flare buttons, enamel dots, and a couple of metal pieces. Okay, so do I keep this together or do I separate it out? And then there's also some pocket scrapbooking cards. Okay, so I got this. I think it was part of my Black Friday hauls from last year. And it's just been floating around in my craft room because it has no home and I don't really know what to do with it. So, I don't know. Would I use this together as a collection? Or would I use it more if I just separated it out and put the enamel dots with my enamel dots? Yeah, I'm not sure. This is what's really hard. I don't know. So, I think probably what I'll do for this is keep it together. I don't have any paper that goes with this though. I just have the pocket cards. But if I separate it out, then I wouldn't have it together to use it. So, this is this is a challenge. I don't know. It's also summer themed. So let's think about this. It has a theme. The theme of this is summer. Okay. So it's vacation, it's travel, it's summer. So let me go ahead and put this with my travel, but I'll keep it together. So I think what I'm going to do is put this together in a pocket. I think I have a 5 by 7 pocket. It would fit in that, I think. So I'll keep this together and I'll put it with my travel stickers. So I have another bin similar to the one that I showed you guys that had the birthday baby stuff in it. And then that one I have pets like dogs and cats, and then travel. So I have another one of those bins. So I think I will put this in with my travel items. That's what we're going to do with that. Okay, so this sticker is something that I got a while ago. It's kind of weird. The sticker looks like it just faded or somebody covered it up. I don't know. That's so weird. Okay, anyway, this was part of a collection of stickers that I got from Tuesday Mornings, I think. It was a pack of 3, that must have been why. It was stapled together. It was a pack of 3 different 3-dimensional stickers. This one is for 4th of July. I have a section in my scrap rack for 4th of July and Independence Day, so I think I'm going to put that with that. Okay, so this thing here I have is from Reminiscence. It's paper frames. I don't know where I got this from. It might have been part of a grab bag. And I'm not really sure that I would even use this. So maybe I should start another pile of maybe things that I'm going to let go of. I don't know that I would use this, to be honest. So let's go ahead and start a pile of things to let go of. So we'll put that one over there. Okay, so this next one that I have here, this is, this came from Tuesday Mornings. It was all of these items together as one set. And so it's a collection, but I don't have any 12 by 12 paper. I have a 6 by 8 paper pad. I have the ephemera, and then I have the sticker book. And this is really cool. Actually, I take that back. I do have a 12 by 12 paper pad. It's from 𝗦𝗁𝗲𝘗, and it's the same collection under a different name. So I do have that. So I think I'm going to put this with collections, because I'll put it together with that other, I can't remember the name of that collection, but it looks like it was rebranded under a different collection name. And so we'll go ahead and put this with the collection. All right. Okay, the next thing that I have here are some acetate embellishments. These came in some Project Life card sets, I think. And I have 3 different ones here. This one is chipboard pieces. It's from an overlay kit. This is from the 𝗦𝗲𝗲𝗃𝗲𝘀, and it's acetate pieces. And this is from a 𝗦𝗲𝗃𝗲𝗃𝗀. It's all gold. No, it's the same thing. Okay, so this must be, I must have had 2 of these, because I have 2, or maybe there was 2 in there. I don't know. What would I do with this? Okay, and this is chipboard. How do y'all store chipboard? It's so frustrating to have things that are bulky. It's like, how do I store this? You keep it in a little box, but I don't know. I'm just have to think about that one. So we'll think about that. That's not part of a collection. I probably would store this by type of item. And it looks like it has speech bubbles and words. So I'll have to think about that. Okay, the other collection that I have back here is this one from 𝗦𝗁𝗲𝗃𝗀𝗃. It's the Yay collection. And again, this was another one that I picked up at Tuesday Morning. This was back last year or the year before. And this one has, again, the 6 by 8 paper pad, the ephemera, and the stickers. And I do want to keep this together, but I don't think I have any 12 by 12 paper for this one. So I'll have to think about maybe the best way to store that. I could actually put it in one of those record sleeves, but I think that if I did that, it would probably not stay like this, or stay flat, unless I stuck it to something, but I don't know if I want to do that. Okay, all these odd shaped items are so hard. Okay, all right, let me go ahead and move this out of the way. And let's talk about this stuff. So I have a collection that I got. It's called, what is this called? I can't remember the name of it, but it's from 𝗕𝗡𝘄𝗃, and it's a collection by Joanna Rivers. And it's a collection that has all of these really cute like animals. There's dogs and cats and bunny rabbits, and it's very spring. And it came with these die cuts, and they're not really die cuts. They're like really thick chipboard pieces. And so I don't really know how to store those. I do have these little pockets. This is a 5 by 5 CD DVD pocket that I got from Amazon. And I usually use these to store my ephemera, but the chipboard is really bulky. I had to use 2 of them just to get it in there. And I don't know that I really like having it stored this way. So I'm going to have to think about that too. Okay. And here is more of that chipboard. This is how it comes. I think this is part of the same collection. It's just the flowers. And I don't remember the name of this collection. Okay, so I have all of this chipboard I need to figure out what to do with. And I do have a 12 by 12 paper pad that goes with. And I probably want to keep that together, but how would I do that? Okay, and then we have this here, which is part of the Hip Kit Club. And I think I used all the paper from this Hip Kit Club, but I have all of these ephemera pieces, and this is from a summer collection. It's summer themed, so I think I'm going to put this with my summer or travel items. Okay, then we have some flowers. I do have a place in my craft room where I keep all of my flowers. This is really not part of a collection, so I just probably put this in that drawer with all the rest of the flowers. And that's another mess. I need to go through that drawer and try to clean that up. Okay, I have this little piece here that was sent to me by 𝗂𝗂𝗃𝗏𝗏. It was a freebie, and it just says, "A awesome." It's a rubber tag. And I don't know what to do with that one either. So I'll probably put this with my puffy stickers, or would I put it with my tags? I don't know. That's a hard one. So I have to think about that. I'm going to put that over here with all of these other really bulky embellishments. Okay, so here are some more embellishments that came in Project Life card sets. And so I have some more acetate embellishments. This is a birthday or baby themed. So I think for these baby themed ones, I'll put it in with the rest of my, in that bin that I have with baby stuff. So we're going to put it in there. Put it in there. Okay. Then I have some butterflies. Okay, so this is part of the Hip Kit Club. It's part of a kit, but these butterflies would go with pretty much anything. So I don't think it really needs to be with the kit. But I'm going to show you guys how I store butterflies that I have. Okay, so I'm going to just tilt this sideways so y'all can see it. But this is a drawer unit, and it's actually 2 drawer units. There are 3 drawers in each one, and I have it taped together with some clear packing tape so that when I have it like this on my table, the top of it doesn't fall off, so it stays together. So I have, let's see, I have 2 of these stacks. I have 4 of these drawer units sitting right behind me, and what is in here is things like I have some 3-dimensional flowers, and then I have this drawer. Okay, so my phone battery died and I had to take a little bit of a break, and I think when I stopped I was showing you guys this organizer, which is 6 drawers, and I was going to show you how I actually have my butterflies stored in here. Okay, so one of the drawers that I have in here is just for butterflies, and it's this drawer right here. So whenever I have extra butterflies left over from a project, I just throw them in here. So I think I'm just going to take these butterflies and I'll just add them to this little bin, and I'll just put it at the bottom so it's not covering up everything else. And so anytime I want to add a butterfly to a project, I'll be able to see that there and have it available if I want to use a butterfly. And so I like having some of my embellishments by the type of embellishment. So I have butterflies. I think I showed y'all this drawer already. This is a bunch of 3-dimensional stickers. I think this is from K & Company, but it's a whole bunch of flowers and birds and also butterflies in here as well. And then I have some leftover flowers. These were flowers that I was making for different projects. And I just have those flowers in here so that if I just need a flower to add to a project, a card or something, I can go to this drawer and just pull something out of there. And then the bottom one here has hearts and stars. So I just have different things that are hearts and star shapes. And if I want to add a heart or a star to a project, I can go to this drawer, and I have some metal enamel hearts and just some loose stars in there. So if I have anything left over from a project, I'll just throw it in this little drawer. And it really comes in handy to have things like this, because there's always times when I want to add a butterfly or a star or a heart. I also have bows. So this drawer is my bows. So I have some fabric bows, some paper bows that I put together, just ones that I've made, and then I also have some Pink Fresh bows that you can assemble that are not assembled. So I just have anything that's bows in this drawer. And then the last drawer here has some, these are perspectives. They're acrylic pieces and they're very dimensional, very chunky, and these are Bramble Fox. So I have a bunch of that in there as well. I'm hoping I was within the frame of the camera when I was showing y'all all of this stuff. I just realized that my camera may have moved a little bit and I'm not maybe in frame. So I'm just going to go ahead and show y'all all of these one more time. So that's how I have these items that are stored by the type of embellishment. And I have these 4 drawers right behind where I usually worked and where I create my scrapbook layouts. And then I also have a set of drawers that are bigger that are from 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗏. And I have those, and I have a drawer for each color. So I store embellishments by the type. I also store them by color. And I don't think I can move that whole, all those bins over here. Let me just take a couple out and I'll show you my color bins. So the color drawers that I have are from 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗏, and there's 2 drawers in each one of the sets, and I think I have 6 sets. I have 12 drawers altogether. So I have a red, pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, turquoise or aqua, and then neutral colors like brown and tans, black and white, and foil like gold, metallics, and silver, and then multicolor. So anything that doesn't fit into one of those color categories, I have a drawer that I just throw stuff into that is, you know, all the colors of the rainbow. And so sometimes I will have things in here. It'll have more than just the color. So in this case, I have a butterfly here that has yellow and turquoise, but I just put it into whatever color bin I think that the color that is the most dominant thing. And so I have things that do have more than one color in here, but for the most part, it's everything in here is all green stuff, and the stuff in here is all turquoise or aqua colored embellishments. So if I'm working on a project and I want to add something that's a particular color, I can just go look in these color bins. So I definitely think it's okay to have your embellishments stored in a lot of different ways. I think the most important thing is to think about how you use those embellishments, and that will really help you with trying to figure out the best way for you to actually organize and store your embellishments, because you really want to make them, you know, to where you can use them more. And so that you don't have to hunt around for things as you're creating, and you don't have to waste time searching for things. Now, there's always going to be days when I can't find something that I really like, and so that's you're always going to be, you know, having those times where you have to go looking. But I like to have things organized so that it just makes it a little bit easier, so I'm not spending so much time searching for things and spending more time creating something. Okay, so I have a few things left in this organizer tray that I want to go through, and then I think I'm going to end the video there. I am going to have the video coming up at the end of April where I will share with you how I'm going to be organizing my scrapbooking collections going forward, and I will share all of the different things that I came up with. And it might not be just one solution. It might be a bunch of different ways that I'm planning to store my collections. I think I don't think there's a one size fits all. I think it's going to depend on the size of the collection, to be honest. And there might be more than one way to actually store and organize those things. And so I'll probably have more than one type of storage solution for that video. So if y'all want to see that, stick around. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe to my channel so you'll get notified when I do put that video out. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look really quickly at what's left in this little box or organizer tray. I did already pull this out of the plastic bag that it was in. I was recording for quite some time, talking to you guys, and you know, I look up at the TV monitor and it's just back on the screen that shows like the TV programming, and I'm like, okay, something happened, and I realized my phone battery had died. Okay, so I had pulled this out of the package, and I don't really know where I got this from, but it's a bunch of pieces. Most of them are pink, and it's just things like there's tags and labels. There are these journaling spots. Almost looks like some Project Life cards. but they're all kind of a similar color. And I know that this all came together, but I really don't remember where I got this from. So I don't think it's not part of any collection that I have, but it does kind of all go together. And this little purple butterfly, I think, goes with something else in here. So most of this stuff, you can see it all has really similar colors. This all looks like it goes together. And then I have this stuff over here. It has some photo corners, and then there are some alphas here. And then I just have this one butterfly. So I don't know if there was more ephemera and it got somewhere else, or if that's in there for no reason. I don't know. But I think I'll put this butterfly in with my butterflies. And yeah, see here I have a happy birthday. That does not look like it belongs in there at all. So I'll put this with my, I have a drawer for sentiments. So when I'm making cards, if I have leftover sentiments, or if I find something like this in my craft room that I could use on the front of a card as a sentiment, I'll put that in the little drawer. And it's the same kind of drawers that I have that where I keep my butterflies and the flowers and stuff. So I'll put those two things in those drawers. And then I have my alphas stored in a different area of my craft room. I try to keep all my alphas together. And so because these are alphas, I think if I was going to use these, I would get more use out of them if I put them with my alphas than if I kept them together with all this other stuff. And then these are photo corners, and I have a place where I keep photo corners, so I'll probably put both of those with my photo corners. I'll put these with my alphas. And then the rest of this I might just put in my pink color drawer. And we'll just, that'll be what I do. So that'll all get put away. And I'll do that as soon as the video is finished. Okay, so the last thing that I have here are all these pockets. So I have this one here, which has some Christmas items in it. And I think I just stuck it in there because I don't know why. Why do we do things that we do? This is an old gift card that I probably had for forever. That probably needs to go, or like a gift tag for a package, Christmas package. I probably need to put this with my Christmas wrapping stuff. And then these are some decorative brads that I had. I had actually got these in a Christmas kit, I think. And I just created these little cards, just folded a piece of cardstock, and I put the brads in there. And I had these stored, I think, with more Christmas stuff, but somehow or another, this got loose. It was on the floor, and I saw my dog Bella running out of the room with something in her mouth. And when I went to go chase after her, this is what she had. So it's got like teeth marks where she tried to steal it. So my dog Bella is she's a paper thief, and she loves paper. And she loves to chew on little pieces of paper that end up on my floor. And she's so funny. One time I saw her, I was doing something with really long strips of paper. And she was acting kind of funny. I could see her out of the corner of my eye. I'm in here scrapbooking. And I'm watching her. And all of a sudden I see her trying to run out of the room. And she's got a border strip hanging out of her side of her mouth. And it's just streaming behind her as she's running. So, I thought that was super funny. I wish I would have got that on a video because I was dying laughing. That little paper thief was stealing again out of my craft room. Okay. Here are some photo corners. This is from a Heidi Swap. This was an embellishment pack that I had gotten, and it was with some other stuff. And I'll probably put this with my photo corners as well. Then I have some Christmas. These are Christmas tags. So all of this stuff that's Christmas, I have a place where I have all my Christmas stored, and so I'll go ahead and set that aside, and I'll put it with the rest of the Christmas. This right here is this is wood veneer from a Project Life kit, and it was embellishments that were included, and I will put this with my wood veneer. I have wood veneer in an Alex drawer that's right behind me, and so I'll put that with the rest of the wood veneer I have. And then we have some ephemera. So let's see. This says, oh, these are all Project Life. Now this one right here, this is a cut apart, And this is from, what collection this is from? It's, oh, I can't remember the name of it. But I have a whole bunch of this, and I'll put it with my Christmas stuff. And then this looks like Paige Evans. I'm pretty sure that this is Paige Evans. It's some flowers and little bugs. So I'm going to put this with my collections. And then we have some more Project Life kits. I had gotten a bunch of Project Life kits from Joann's on clearance. And here's some more photo corners. So we'll put that with the photo corners. And so these are all Project Life kits. No, this is another cut apart from a Christmas paper pad. So that'll go with Christmas. This is also more Project Life. So all of these were Project Life kits, and they were embellishments that were included in part of a Project Life or Heidi Swap card set that I had. Okay, so they don't really belong with any type of collection. And I just had them stored together, but I've not been using them because I don't really remember that I have them. So I think what I'll probably do with these is to first look at them and say, is this a holiday like Christmas, Easter, you know, those types of things? Is it a particular time of the year? So like summer, winter, fall, spring. And if it's not either one of those, is it a theme? So does it have a theme to it? So I know this one right here is a travel theme. So I will put this with my travel items. And then this one here, I believe is I think this might have zebras and different things in it. It also has numbers. And I don't really remember. Let's see what this is. It was the best time. I think this might be, I think it would probably be good to put this with either birthday or with children, kids, because it has stuff that I could use for birthday cards and celebrations. It has a bunch of numbers. So like if you had, you know, one of your kids was turning 8 years old and you wanted to scrap a picture, it has some really cool acetate numbers. It has all the numbers. Those are really cool. So I think probably I would put it with that. Okay, so we're just going to go through each one of these, and I'll try to figure out kind of where the best place it would be to live in my craft room, just based on the type of embellishments they are, because none of these are part of a collection. And I don't want to keep it with the Project Life cards that it came with. And I think that these Heidi Swap embellishments, they didn't have Project Life cards. I think this was just a bunch of embellishments in a box set that kind of was similar to the Project Life embellishment kits that they had at Joann's. And this one's really cool. It has silver foiling, and that one's pretty neat. So, yeah, I guess I'm going to have to go through these and just try to figure out maybe the best category or theme or place that they should go in my craft room. This is another one that is summer is travel, so I think I'll put that with that. And then let's see, some of these are going to be a little bit more of a challenge. I could do it by color. I could also maybe try to see if I can find another collection that has similar colors. This is something I've done before in the past. If you have something like this, and then you have a collection, like maybe another Heidi Swap collection that has very similar colors, I might could combine that together and put it together with that, so that I would have paper that had similar colors so that I could actually use this. So for these Heidi Swap ones, I might look at what other collections I have, and if I have something that I think that it would kind of coordinate with, I will just put it together with that collection, because I do have a few Heidi Swap collections, and I might be able to put these together with that. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much everything that I was going to go through today. Now there's still some things that I haven't figured out yet, and I think sometimes organization takes more than just one day. You have to kind of, you know, just do the best you can and whittle it down. And if I'm left with just this stuff right here to deal with, and everything else managed to make its way into a place in my craft room, then that's pretty good. I'm making progress. I mean, it's not a perfect, you know, ending to this video because I didn't organize everything that I had here, but at least I made some progress. So once I finish the video, I'll go through and put all of this stuff away that I had designated as having spots for, like the flowers will go in my flower drawer, and the project life corners will go with the other photo corners that I have. And once I get all of that put away, then my pile of things where I don't know what to do with them in my craft room gets smaller, and you just kind of have to take it one day at a time and just keep working on it every day. Okay, so I thought I would take a few minutes and give y'all an update on my new house. I'm building a custom home in an active 55 community, which means that you have to be 55 years or older to live there. It's a very quiet community. It's very small. And one of the things I'm really looking forward to is that there's no maintenance on the outside because the HOA takes care of the yards, even the backyard. And so I'm looking forward to not having to worry about who's going to cut the grass at my house. And having a house where I won't have as many maintenance issues, because the house I have right now, it's an older house, and with older homes I'm finding there's more things to fix and to take care of. And I also live on a cul-de-sac, and I have a huge backyard. My dogs love the backyard, but it is just too much for me to take care of. And even though I love my craft room in this house, I'm not really loving this house as much as I did when I moved into it almost 7 years ago. So I'm ready to move on, and the new house is going to be finished supposed to be by the end of June. And right now they are painting the interior walls. So they've drywalled everything. They've put up all the trim. All the doors have been installed. And they are in the process of painting everything. And when I went over there today, they had finished painting all the trim and all the doors, the ceilings, and they were beginning to paint the walls. So I'm super excited to see my paint colors on the walls, and I'm planning to go back over there tomorrow. I'm hoping maybe they'll have at least some walls painted. And it's really funny because I went over there about 4 days ago, and I was just wanting to see what was happening. I didn't think they were painting anything. And I go in there, and they're painting one of the rooms. And I had decided to change the color in that room. And they were painting, you know, the room. And I was like talking to the guy, and I said, "Oh, I don't think you're all supposed to be painting that color." And he goes, "Oh, it's a sample." He says, "We're going to paint the whole room. It's sample." I was like, "Oh, well, y'all don't need to paint the whole entire room. Just paint like a 3x4 square. That's good enough." So anyway, after they had painted that wall, he was really, the painter was really nice. He said, "Well, let me go ahead and just finish this wall so you can really, you know, get a good idea if you like this color or not." And I ended up really loving the color. So I was planning to paint that room a coral color, and I'll put the picture of the color up here on the screen. It's called Coral Island, and it's from Sherwin-Williams. And I was going to paint that color in my guest bedroom and in my craft room. And I have these curtains in my craft room that I really love. They're 𝗦𝗲𝗲𝗄 curtains, and they have an aqua and coral pattern. And I thought it would be perfect to go with that color. Well, after I went over there and I saw the paint on the wall, I really love that for the bedroom. And that's when I'm going to be painting the bedroom. But for the craft room, I realized that I'm not going to be able to use those curtains in my craft room. And the reason is because the 2 windows that are on the far wall, they are really close to the corners, and there's really no way for me to put drapes on that wall. I don't know what I was thinking when I thought I was going to use those same curtains in my craft room. I probably should have planned that a little bit better and had the builder put the windows closer together this way, but it's too late to change that now. So I think what I'm going to do instead is probably put a valance, or I'm going to put blinds there. I'll probably put a valance, or maybe make a Roman shade or something decorative, but I won't be able to use those curtains in there. So then I got to thinking about it. I was like, well, if I don't have my 𝗦𝗲𝗲𝗄 curtains in there with the blue and the coral, do I really want that coral color in my craft room? And I decided no. So I decided to paint the craft room the same color that my master bedroom is going to be painted, which is a color from Benjamin Moore. It's called Wedgwood Gray. I love that color, and right now in my house that I'm in right now, I painted my guest bathroom that color, and it is gorgeous. It's just the most beautiful color. Now in these pictures I'm going to show you, that color looks really dark, but I promise you it is not that dark. It's just a really beautiful color. And I just can't wait till everything is finished and the lights get installed so that I can really get a good idea of what it's going to look like, because it is a little bit dark in the house because there's no lights installed, there's no electricity still, and so it's kind of hard to really get a true sense of what the color is going to be. But I'm really excited. So the master bedroom, master bathroom is going to be the Wedgwood Gray, which is a really pretty blue. The craft room will be that color, and then the whole rest of the house I'm going to use a color, it's like a white. I wanted just a really bright, airy feeling in the main living area of the house, and my kitchen cabinets are going to be a white, and so I'm hoping that that's going to look good. I didn't want to pick too many colors because of course every color that I added would add more to the cost of the house, and so I just limited myself to those 3 colors. And if later down the line I decide to change the color, I can always repaint. That's pretty easy to do. Okay, so the other thing that I did this week was my mom and I went to 𝗦𝗲𝗏𝗃 and to New Orleans, and we went to the Stone Lion, which is a stone quartz granite place. And I picked out the slabs for my kitchen and my master bathroom. I'm using a quartzite called Meridian. And then in the laundry room and the guest bathroom, I found a remnant. It's a granite called, what is it, ice white granite, I think. And I was really happy to find a remnant because it's going to bring the cost of the the countertops down, because I did pick a more expensive quartzite, but it's super pretty. I fell in love with that Meridian quartzite, and so I'm trying to reduce the cost by using the granite in the laundry room and the guest bath. And yeah. So I'll show y'all pictures here of the different granite and quartzite that I selected, and I'm just looking forward to going over there again just to see what else, you know, gets done. It's super exciting. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I know there's been people that have asked me about what's going on with the house, and I just thought it would be fun to show y'all some pictures and talk a little bit about the different things that I had selected. And I'm just really having so much fun picking out everything, the light fixtures, the plumbing fixtures, the paint colors. This is a really fun thing to do. Something that I've always dreamed of doing is building a custom home and getting to pick everything out. And yeah, it's just been a blast these last few months. And then seeing it all come together, it's just been really, really exciting. Okay, so the last thing that I'm going to show you guys is that video clip with Bella and LilyBelle, and that's all I have for this video. So thanks so much for joining me and hanging out to see, you know, my organization, or my beginnings of organization. Hope this helps you guys out there get your stuff organized as well. And it'll be super exciting once we get to April the 30th in that hop, to see what everyone else in the hop is doing for their scrapbooking collections. So definitely look for that on April 30th. Okay, you guys, that's all I have. Y'all take care. Hope y'all have an awesome weekend, and I hope to see you next time. Bye now. Hi, girls. What y'all up to? You want some popcorn? Can you say hi to the YouTube people? And what else you got to say? And that's it? Okay. So you told everybody hi, and you said Happy Easter? And what else is going on with you, Miss Bella? You went to the vet? And what did the vet tell you? You don't know? You don't remember? No? She said you might have to go to the dermatologist, or maybe get your nose biopsied. Don't want to? I know. Well, if your nose doesn't start getting better, you're gonna have to it's gonna get better? All right. Well, would y'all like some popcorn? You would? Okay. How about you, Miss LilyBelle? You got anything to say? Miss LilyBelle, can you speak? Can you speak? Can you say hi? LilyBelle, can you say hi? Oh, you're gonna say hi for her? Okay. She doesn't talk. Not as much as you do, that's for sure. Okay, y'all ready for some popcorn? What you gonna do for this popcorn? Yeah? Can you sit? Can you sit? Here you go, Miss B. Okay, what about you, LilyBelle? Can you down? Good job. Say, they like popcorn. Uh-oh, Bella's gonna steal. It's Bella, that's not nice to steal LilyBelle's popcorn. And then LilyBelle's got it on her nose. Okay, she's still trying to, it's on her face. That's funny. Did you get it, Miss LilyBelle? I don't know how she got that up in her face, but it's still there. Okay, y'all want another piece of popcorn? Okay, Miss Bella, can you speak? Yeah? Okay. How about you, LilyBelle? Can you speak? You speak? LilyBelle, speak! Oh, good job! Uh-oh, Miss Bella stole it again. I dropped it. Okay, Miss Bella, this one's for Miss LilyBelle. They really like popcorn. This is for Lily. That's for LilyBelle. Okay, there, you can have a little piece. Y'all are funny. I've never seen a dog like popcorn so much as my two girls. LilyBelle's got popcorn stuck in her hair. You want more? Okay, one more. Okay, Miss Bella. Down. Good job. There you go. Okay, Miss LilyBelle, here we go. Okay, well, we hope that y'all have an awesome weekend and a really happy Easter, right? And that's all we have for this video. So we hope y'all have an awesome weekend and y'all take care. And we hope to see you next time. Bye now.